We hope you're loving the service so far. Right now, we want to take a moment to let you know everything that's coming up in the life of church. This is Church News.
Just want to take a moment to highlight one of our ministries here at Influence Church. God calls us to shine a light in our world, and Storehouse is one of these ministries where we get to do that. During this COVID season, our Barnard Castle and Richmond Storehouse has continued to run every single week. In fact, we have provided food parcels for each location. So it's a great opportunity for you guys to come and serve and help us to, spread God's love. So if you want to get involved, why don't you follow our Instagram page or our Facebook page? You can also sign up to serve by going to our website.
The kids department is a huge part of what we do here at Influence Church, and we are so sad that we can't be meeting and doing Hero Factory and Mini Heroes the way that we all know. But as a kids team, we are doing all that we can to make sure that your kids still love, enjoy and coming to church every single week. When they arrive at church on a Sunday, they will be given a kids pack. In that they will find a big answer, colouring sheet, activities, stories, sweets, treats, it goes on. There is so much for them to enjoy in that pack. But not only do we want to help your children have the best time at church, we want to help you as parents to carry on the conversation at home. So make sure you follow us on Instagram and you like our Hero Factory page, because throughout the week we'll be posting loads of extra activities for you to do with your children to carry on that conversation.
That we have got so much great stuff coming up in the life of church. Make sure you get yourself plugged into everything that's going on. Enjoy the rest of the service.
It's really easy when you watch the news at the moment to feel overwhelmed with how much it's changing on a daily basis, overwhelmed with the depravity it feels like sometimes when you look at stories around the world, overwhelmed at the injustice and the just sheer volume of stuff that right now doesn't feel like it's right or that it's as it should be. One of the things when we see these sorts of things and feel overwhelmed is we feel like there's nothing we can do about it. It's so massive, it's so vast. What could little old me or you do to make any difference in this season? I want to tell you a couple of things you can do. The first thing is you can pray. Sometimes we underestimate prayer, even as Christians. We kind of limit it to praying for good parking space. And believe me, I need prayer for parking spaces. But prayer is about so much more than that. It's inviting the heavens and the presence of God into the situation. It changes things, it changes atmospheres, changes situations. We've maybe all got stories of how prayer has changed things. And perhaps more importantly, it changes you. It can do something to you as we start to pray and bring it to God, and it doesn't feel like it's on your shoulders anymore. So I want to encourage you, if you feel overwhelmed right now when you see stuff, then pray about it. Invite God into that situation. The other thing is to think there are some things you can do. You maybe right now can't fix what's happening, but there's some things that you can do. You could serve in a new way. There's many places in church that you can serve that we need help with, whether it's tech teams or baby bundles or storehouse or welcome teams. There's many places, even in this season, that you can serve and that we need people like you to step in and play your part and be part of the answer to what's going on right now. Or maybe it doesn't need a program particularly. Maybe for you, you just need to phone someone, send someone a message, encourage someone. It may not fix everything, but it could mean the world to one or two people. And right now, that's really needed. We can also give. And giving is so important because it means that we're playing our part in this season. There was a time in the Bible, in Exodus, when the Lord's people were under incredible opposition and difficulty. They were being made to be slaves and do horrendous things. And Moses was one man with a story that, if you know it, he was a mess. And yet God said, right now I need you to do something. He felt utterly overwhelmed. And he said, what can I do? And in Exodus 4, God said this to him. The Lord said, what is in your hand? A staff, he replied. The Lord said, throw it on the ground. Moses threw it on the ground and it became a snake and he ran from it. It's a weird story when you think about giving. But I love this story because it reminds me of what God said to me once. When I came to him and said, look, I'm struggling financially. Just when we took on church, it was a really difficult. There was a lot of struggle with our finances. We had 2 young boys. I remember God saying, use what's in your hand. And at that moment, I was holding a camera. And out of that became a photography business that for a few years helped Ben and I be able to kind of do some of the things we wanted to do and look after the kids better. God is the expert at using the small that we have and doing something incredible with it. So if you're feeling right now, I don't know what to do, I feel overwhelmed, I feel like there's so much stuff that I could do and I don't know what to do, I feel paralysed. I want to encourage you, what's in your hand? Give what you have to God, whether it's your talents, your time, your skills, and also your finances, and watch what he does when we give to him what's already his anyway. So you can give in many different ways right now. You can do it online, the website's going to be underneath. You can give on card or cash in services, straight after the service. There's a bucket for you to put your money in there. We want to thank you for those of you who've been playing your part incredibly well, faithfully serving and giving in this season. We so value it, we so appreciate it, and together we're building something that's helping in this season. Thank you.